Hello, YouTube and cyberspace. Dr. Anasuya here, or Dr. A to some of you. Yeah, I'm back after a rather long hiatus to talk about something that recently happened in Malaysia, which is the use of negative terminology to describe people in very vulnerable situations. For those of you who are unaware, recently a speaker addressed individuals who are suicidal and who are facing problems and basically has come up with the term of anti-fragility to talk about how you should face suicide and problems in your life. Now, to me, anti-fragility and calling somebody fragile when they're already facing life situations that are overwhelming their ability to cope, when they are facing life situations that one after another have hit them hard, facing situations where their hearts are breaking and their hearts are overflowing, and they're coming to you for help, and then you telling them, actually, the problem is you're fragile. I don't know, but that just doesn't seem to be the best way to help somebody. Judging someone's ability when you don't even know what they're going through, what is actually happening in their lives, it's not funny. It's not a joke. And it does not seem to be the best way to deal with a situation like that. Psychology already has a term of talking about how people have the ability to deal with bad situations. That term is resilience. Resilience is how an individual manages situations which would normally overwhelm other people. Resilience is how we bounce back from bad situations. Now, resilience also means that it's something we can build into individuals in a positive sense instead of negatively labeling them. When we look at resilience, we look at the skill sets people have and say, all right, where are these skill sets lacking? It is not that you are lacking. It is just that we don't teach resilience in schools. We give people this standards in schools, especially in Asia, where you're supposed to meet these standards of study. If not, you're a bad student. On top of being a bad student, you are now fragile if you can't handle it. Are you kidding me? What else do we need to tell young people? How much more wrong do they need to be? No. Being told you're a bad student, if that is only the issue you're dealing with, and then on top of that telling them, oh, you're too fragile, that's a problem, is not how you support people. It is not how you deal with mental health. It is not how you build resilience in an individual. You build a resilience in an individual by giving them skills, by providing support, by not judging, by giving empathy rather than sympathy and false sense of, I'm not sure what this individual is trying to do, okay, to other people. Anyway, what is resilience? Resilience is our ability to bounce back. Resilience is basically how we manage our lives and how we ask for, receive, and manage support. Many people have issues asking for help. Why? Because they're scared of being judged. And guess what? Fragile is a judgment. So let's not make it harder for people to ask for help. Let's try to make it easier, and let's talk about the strengths that individuals have that got them to the point, to that point where they have the strength and the fortitude to say, I have a problem, I need help. That's not easy to do. That's very hard to do. To come to somebody to show your pain, to show your vulnerability. That's, I think, to me, that's an honor. When somebody is willing to show vulnerability, that's an honor. And I would not tell that person, oh, you're too fragile. That's not something I would do. Now, I'm sure other people may do it. But it's also not something psychology does. This is not a psychological term. This is a term that an individual is creating to market his platform. I'm not sure what the platform is. And like I said, I'm not that interested. In terms of mental health, the correct terminology is resilience. And we do build resilience into teenagers. There are programs all around that talk about how to build resilience for young people, build resilience for adults, build resilience for individuals facing various kinds of situations in their lives. Please, there are a lot of people creating new programs out there. Find out what is their theoretical framework, find out where are they getting their facts, where are they getting their information, or is it just a marketing ploy to get your money into their pockets? Do your research. I don't have a program for resilience that I'm selling. I'm just talking out against an idea of negatively labeling somebody who is already in a vulnerable situation and saying that is helping them. It's not. Fragility is a judgment. You are judging the fragility of somebody else. I'd like to see what is the test that he's using to say somebody's fragile. When people say you have ADHD or they say that you have got bipolar, there are numerous tests that you actually need to do to actually confirm bipolar. And these are not one-off tests. These are extensive tests. What is this test that he's using for anti-fragility? Other than his own judgment. Anyway, I don't want to go too much on that subject. I just want to say, I want to talk more about negative labeling, and to please, don't do it. Don't judge people. And teenagers are a lot more resilient than most adults. Why? Because their minds are at a stage of growth. Their minds are growing. They're open to ideas. They don't need people to shut them down, put them in a box, and label them. And that is the danger of negative labeling. Okay, it doesn't help. It actually does the opposite of helping. Okay, anyway, I do this on and off, and if y'all are interested in for me sharing my thoughts or talking about certain subjects, comment, give a shout out, just say whether you're more interested in me doing this more often. And if you really are, then I will do it more often on topics, because I'm honestly not sure whether anybody actually watches these things or it's just my friends on Facebook. Okay, thank you. Bye.